Hey, Lars. Just noticed, obviously, putting Werenski and Boquist on that top power play unit. That also kind of frees up Bean to, quarterback the second unit. How nice is it to have, those kind of options when you don't have Patrick Laine around to, kind of put in that left wing?
Yeah, one of Beau's strengths is obviously his offensive ability with the puck. And, again, the power, we scored the 2 in Arizona, but I didn't feel like in talking with Paz it had been real effective. Obviously, the Vegas game was a nightmare, but you got a guy like that, you want to maybe put him in a position to succeed. And so they found a way to score in their last game, and, we'll stick with it and see what it looks like here at the beginning of this game.
What does it do for, that unit in particular, if those 3 guys, Jake and the 2 defensemen are out there? It seems that they can kind of interchange, at the top, on the wings. And that probably causes some confusion, maybe?
Yeah, you can create some freedom, that's for sure. They have really good offensive instincts, and the way that they're running a little bit, there is some flexibility and freedom within it. So, I think they're all comfortable whatever position they're in, whether it's the top or the flank. And every time you switch, it gives a little bit of a different look. So we'll see how it looks, and if they can create some chemistry and some success, we'll look at keeping it long term.
Brad, on Boquist, I know you have him and Bayreuther together. How's he coming along on the defensive end, and what kind of challenges does that involve, trying to get an offensive defenseman to really find his defensive game?
Well, I think all are in that same boat. I mean, it's being competitive at the puck. It's finding ways. He's an undersized defenseman, but that's no news to him. He's been there his whole career. So it's his ability. When you play the heavy minutes, he's playing top 4 there early, and then he obviously was out for a bit. But when you play those minutes, you're playing against the top 2 lines, and you're going to have to play in your zone, and you're going to have to, if you want the puck back as an offensive player, you're going to have to work to get it. And generally, the 2D and the centerman are the guys that got to get the job done. So for him, he's progressing. We've had lots of video work with him and talks about it, and he's trying, and that's something he wants to improve, and we know that. But every time he's on the ice, he does so many good things with the puck. He's a good guy to have in our lineup for us.
Brad, you're getting contributions from all over the ice. What does that balance mean to you in terms of what you're able to do? Give you some flexibility in terms of lines and pairs and everything?
Yeah, we need it. And we've talked about it from day one. This is a true team in every sense of the word. We're going to need guys to step up on different nights, and we've been getting that throughout our lineup, whether it's a different line or from the back end or power play or a big kill. It's been very consistent that way, and we're going to have to keep it that way.
And on the bench, it's got to mean a lot to the guys on the ice, knowing it could be on any given night their line, whatever, that guy, whoever it might be. Yeah,
you try to identify the guys that are going that night, right? And from a night-to-night basis, that changes who's getting the ice time and who's not. We're playing the game to win. So if you see a line that's kind of, they're feeling it, and they get more ice time. It's the same, when Roscoe was going in Buffalo, that line, you poured them more ice time. You could tell that they had some extra jump in their legs. So, hopefully we keep getting that. Again, it's that internal push that we can, it's getting redundant, but it's the truth. It pushes the guys to play harder. If you want the ice time, you got to go earn it.
He just asked about Boquist. I'll ask about Bayreuther. You talked preseason kind of how much you liked seeing him last year, just kind of a straight-ahead game. But what has he done in these this little bit you've given him to play this year that kind of has been able to keep him in the lineup that you've liked?
Well, he's just a simple player, and I think when he stays within himself, he's real effective. He's willing to block shots. He's willing to play physical. He moves the puck fairly quick on most nights. So. The way we need him to play is just a very simple brand and play hard, play assertive, play on his toes. And he's got pretty good poise with the puck, too. Nobody really talks about that, but I feel like a lot of times he's very patient with the puck and makes the right play. So, again, just building blocks, continue to do that, and that's keeping him in the lineup right now.
There was a point probably 2 months ago, he was probably your 10th defenseman, and he's kind of he came in here, talked in training camp how he kind of wanted to basically break down the door and make you play him. Have you kind of seen that out of him? Do you like kind of the approach he's brought on a daily basis?
Yeah, right from camp, guys had to fight for spots, and we had some things shift, and we had a defenseman leave, and it's funny how it works out, and it's all about your attitude and how you take the information. You don't have to be happy with the demotion or maybe not being where you're at, but how you handle it is going to be the biggest part. And he went down, he worked at his game. he was the best defenseman. He came up, he waited his turn, got in, and he seized the moment. And that's what it is. That preparation meets opportunity. If you prepare properly, you have a better chance to succeed when you get in. And he's done that. He's put the work in, and his attitude was right. He wasn't happy that he went down. He was disappointed, which I love. That's a good thing. But he handled it the right way.
Looks like same lineup tonight.
It is, yeah.
Goalie.
Same.
With the way that Max has gotten off to, this season, he's playing really well, obviously. He's got experience at center. I know you don't want to probably change the lineup right now. You guys are playing really well. But do you keep that in the back of your mind that he has center experience, that you may want to try him there eventually?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I know he's played center. I thought he's done a real good job in the wing. And so, there's other things that I'm factoring into and other lines that are playing well. And like you said, I know all the positions he can play and his experience in those positions. But, my decisions come based on kind of the team first, as always. And he's doing a good job on the wing right now.
Just kind of along that theme, I mean, when you guys have the puck and you're going down the ice, he can essentially kind of be a center in the offensive zone at times, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, in the offensive zone, there's no center, there's no wing. You're in the offensive zone. It really, that position comes face-offs or in our D zone. That's really about it. And a lot of times, if you watch close enough, I mean, it's low forward who gets back. The way we arrive, the first man, he's going to be there. So everybody's got to take that responsibility on, and so it's not all that different, I think guys like the middle of the ice because you can get going, you keep your momentum going, and I understand that, but he's an explosive player, so I think putting him on his off wing or on his strong side, he's got great legs, and when he's feeling it, he can get up and down the ice real quick.
Brad, the Canucks are coming in really struggling. What are you expecting from them tonight, and still, what makes them a dangerous opponent?
Well, you looked at their lineup. That's a heck of a team. I don't know. I know they've struggled. I've watched 2 of their last 3 games, and if you watch how they've played real well. Don't be fooled by their record. That's a really good hockey club. Sometimes you go through these stretches, and sometimes it's early, sometimes it's late. They've obviously haven't got the results that they wanted, but they've played a lot better than their record shows from what I've seen. So, we're going to have to be prepared. That's a real dangerous hockey team right now that they're not that far off, so we're going to have our hands full here tonight.